In today's live stream video, I'm going to discuss news and current events that affect us as resellers. Every Wednesday, I have a live stream, and I usually interview another reseller, and I have them share their tips, tricks, and techniques that help make us more profitable and successful resellers. So if you're a reseller, then you are in the right place. Just going to pop in the chat and say hello to a few people, and we shall get started shortly. I see Randy is here. Randy, thank you for moderating. Appreciate you being here, my friend. Also, Mike Flipping Goodies is in the house. Thank you, Mike. Ping G is also in the house. She's missing her nap. Okay, well, well, get some rest after the show, Ping G. I appreciate that. I know you're out on the West Coast, so hopefully you aren't dealing with the heat like we are over here. One of the reasons I'm a couple minutes late was I had to change my shirt. It's so warm in here. It's ridiculous, but I have an older house and an older air conditioning system, so that's another story. So we'll talk about reselling, not about Adam being hot. So we'll get right into it, guys. So, like I said, I don't have a reseller today. I did research some news and current events. I want to thank Randy. Randy pointed out a couple things to me over the previous couple of weeks. I'm going to talk about those. I tell you guys, I also try to monitor e-commerce newsletters, other resellers' channels, and also some of the Facebook groups. And I try to, keep current on what's going on as far as reselling and try to relay that to you. And especially if I don't have a guest. I am 95% certain I have a guest for next week. So I don't want to announce the person because if it doesn't work out, I don't want to leave them hanging out to dry, so to speak. But we should have a guest next week. So anyway, like I said, we'll get into the news section of the show. I did pin a link to StreamYard. Again, I know everyone is super busy. They might not be camera ready, but depending upon, I'm assuming I'll be about 30 to 40 minutes of news, maybe a little bit shorter. So after I read the news, if anyone wants to pop in the chat, just talk about reselling in general, you're more than welcome to do so, and I'll post a link in a little bit later. So let's get on with the news portion of our show, so to speak. Okay, this is one of the things that Randy had pointed out to me, and I want to share with you in case you weren't aware of it. FedEx to launch picture-proof of delivery in time for busy holiday shipping season. FedEx will soon boost the power of its e-commerce services by offering picture-proof of delivery for express and ground residential deliveries in the U.S. and Canada that are released without a signature. Customers will receive a photo showing the exact location of their package once it is delivered to their doorstep by simply tracking their package. FedEx Express and FedEx Ground are the first nationwide carriers to announce they will provide picture proof of delivery without requiring an account or login. This is something e-commerce merchants and customers have been asking for, and we are proud to be the first to announce the service will be available to residential customers, said Bree Carrier, Chief Customer Officer at FedEx. Receiving visual confirmation that package has arrived gives peace of mind to both merchants and consumers, and we're thrilled to give them that confidence. Picture proof of delivery will be free, easily accessible through FedEx tracking tools, and will not require enrollment, making it ideal for large retailers and small businesses to compete and win in today's challenging environment. We count on FedEx to deliver our cookies fast to ensure that they stay fresh, said Jeff Kirschbaum, owner of Kirsch Baking Company. He started shipping with FedEx during the pandemic and says that is something that will take Kirsch's services to the next level. Knowing when and where our products are delivered is key because they are perishable. Customers will be able to check their tracking number and see proof of shipment has arrived, which gives us an advantage in the competitive e-commerce market. Picture proof of delivery will be available soon to FedEx Delivery Manager users in select markets, followed by a general release in the United States and Canada just in time for the busy holiday shipping season. You can find detailed information at fedex.com/picture-proof. Customers can always take control of the deliveries with FedEx Delivery Manager. It empowers users to customize home deliveries to fit their schedules, redirect deliveries to alternative direct delivery locations, or even leave instructions for the carrier. Customers can select preferred delivery instructions and receive a notification when their package is delivered along with a photo of package. Enrollment is free. Guys, that's something I do use myself. When I'm getting something shipped through FedEx, I also do that with UPS. I have their app and I register on their website so I can track something. Unfortunately, in the world we live in, there's some push pirates, so to speak. And in fact, I was talking to a friend of mine earlier today, and I was telling him about the service, and he says, "Well, that doesn't stop push pirates." Well, no, it doesn't. But that's something that you can be aware of. So if you're tracking things and you know it's been delivered, you can see picture proof of it. Hopefully you can get in and you can pick up things. I know I've had valuable things. I've had computer monitors left on my front step, no delivery signature required. I've had a laptop delivered, no delivery signature required. So anyway, it's something a little bit additional that FedEx is offering, and again, it's free of charge. So that's something that I think is worthwhile for us to look into. Hello, Michelle, and hello, Lisa C. Thanks for popping in. Appreciate you guys being here every week. Always good to see you. Okay, so that was our first article. Our second article, and the reason I'm doing this, folks, is a couple of the most recent live streams I've done. I talked about the economy and inflation and the price of gasoline. So this is something that's kind of related to that. So that's why I wanted to bring it up to you and make you aware of this. So anyway, Liquidity Services, which sells returned and overstocked goods, opens a new distribution facility. The business-to-business online marketplace says it has seen an uptick in surplus stuff and e-com returns since the pandemic. Remember when out-of-stock messages were the norm as retailers struggled to get products due to supply chain challenges? Well, companies big and small are now tackling a different issue, excess inventory. From Walmart to Target to Gap, retailers are hard-pressed to find a solution, as consumer spending has dropped due to inflation and shopping habits have slipped as people go back to the before times. Enter Liquidity Services, a business-to-business online marketplace for returned and overstocked goods. With 7 distribution centers across North America, the company today opened its 8th in Hebron, Kentucky, as it sees an uptick in surplus stuff and e-com returns since the pandemic. Liquidity stock ranges from clothing to furniture to electronics and more. It currently handles and resells 5 to 10 million units a month. Its buyers are mostly discount retailers and eBay resellers, with its peak season being mostly post-holiday returns. Guys, you may be familiar with this liquidation.com. They also own Secondipity. Usually our facilities are maxed out during the winter, Jeff Rexel-Ziegel, Vice President of Retail at Liquidity Services, said. Then this time of year, they slow down a bit until the holiday season kicks back in. We have seen that slow down this year. We've been running very high output all the way through the holidays until now. Folks, this is another sourcing site, and you may want to add this to your toolbox, so to speak. It looks like the only local warehouse pickup is in the Phoenix area currently. I'm curious if any of you have purchased from liquidation.com. I know I've looked into it in the past. I have not purchased anything from them, but I have looked into it. Like I mentioned in the previous shows, we need to figure out ways to source more efficiently with inflation and the high price of gasoline. So any of you in the chats, have you used liquidation.com? I have, like I said, I looked into it. I haven't purchased anything from them. One thing I did, I'm trying to save money, so to speak. This past Saturday, there was very few yard sales and garage sales in my area. And I mentioned to you on this channel before, typically in my area, basically we have, late April, May, June, early July, and then things kind of die down the end of July and August because it's just too warm. Like I said, today it's 95, and I'm showing it right now. But like I said, so I'm only went to a local yard sale. I figured if I'm going to a little further distances, I'm out of pocket $6 to $7 immediately before I even buy anything, or if I buy anything. I drive an SUV, and if running the air conditioner, I'm lucky to get 15, 16 miles to the gallon. So that's something, like I said, I just went to a local yard sale. I ended up picking up one thing. I picked up a new, like I said, I'm in the Philadelphia area, so I picked up in fact, I guess, well, I better not do it because I'm not going to knock over my camera, but I picked up a brand new Phillies jacket. The person that was selling it apparently had worked for the marketing for the Phillies, so it's a woman's jacket. So pay $10. I think I can probably get about $30, $35 for it plus shipping. So that's the only thing I picked up. Hello, Kristen. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate you being here. So like I said, with the price of gasoline these days, even though it's coming down a little bit, it's about $4.50 a gallon in South Jersey. That's something to consider. So again, consider doing, online arbitrage. Retail arbitrage is pricey these days. If you're going to hit, 5, 6, 7 Walmarts, or you're going to hit a bunch of, I wouldn't call it retail arbitrage, but you're going out thrifting. Obviously, it costs you money. And like I said, I drive an SUV, and running the air conditioning this time of year, it's a little pricey. So consider adding, like I said, adding this site to your toolbox, liquidation.com and Secondipity. Okay. So that was my second article. This is something that has come up on some of the reselling shows, and I was made aware of this with one of the e-commerce newsletters as well. USPS kills off a discounted shipping program. This is something that Randy had made me aware of in the past, and we talked about networking. I talk about networking all the time with other resellers. Maybe you want to network with storage unit buyers, and maybe they don't want to sell clothing, or maybe they don't want to sell furniture, and you do. So Randy had told me there was opportunity to network with other resellers and get kind of like a group rate from the USPS. Well, apparently they are doing away with that program. UPS kills off a discounted shipping program. USPS is ending a program through which smaller shippers could purchase discounted shipping through third-party resellers. The Postal Service made no official announcement about the end of the program that we could find, leaving online sellers on Friday summer afternoon worrying about the possible ramifications and unable to get answers. Lynn Stamp News broke the story Friday afternoon, reporting Postmaster General Louis DeJoy has killed a 30-year-old program that allowed some businesses to send packages at sharply discounted postage rates, and referred to it as the Postage Reselling Program. According to Lynn's, the end of the program would impact a number of companies, including Stamps.com and Pitney Bowes. However, we don't believe this will impact e-postage and PC postage programs on which many sellers rely, and that are explained on a USPS website where it states some of the largest online marketplaces are using e-postage payment method. Those providers offer commercial-based pricing, which is not going away. There's been a kerfuffle over the reseller program in 2016 with accusations that some online postage providers were exploiting the program meant to attract shippers that would otherwise go to USPS alternatives. A heavily redacted report in 2018 by the USPS Office of Inspector General titled Postal Partnerships, Complex Role of Middlemen and Discounts in the USPS Package Business, explored the issue in detail. And it explained the role of PC postage providers versus resellers. PC postage providers help shippers print and pay for official USPS postage from the computers. Resellers are intended to act as outsourced postal service sales representatives that recruit small and medium-sized shippers. As the Inspector General noted, the links between those partners are extraordinarily complex, as they often work together to serve different aspects of shippers' needs. The Postal Service is transparent about retail rates, postage you buy at the post office, commercial-based rates, postage you buy online. You can find their rates, it says on this page. So we're perplexed about how the USPS could end the postage reseller program without going through, again, this is from the e-commerce newsletter. It says we're perplexed about how the USPS could end the postage reseller program without going through the Postal Regulatory Commission and without publicly announcing the end of the program, instead reacting to inquiries with a one-paragraph response that explains little. It's important to note that any increase in postage costs has a multiplier effect, since marketplaces like eBay and Etsy charge a commission on shipping. But unless you're getting rates below commercial base, we're guessing there's no cause to panic. If you learn otherwise, we'll let you know. And again, this newsletter said update as of 7/16/2022. The USPS provided the following statement. The Postal Service undertook an evaluation of its reseller program, has determined that the program is currently structured, is not resulting in customer benefits and efficiencies that were originally envisioned, has caused difficulties in monitoring compliance with pricing and other terms, and should be discontinued. Amazon provided the following response. There is no impact to Amazon or sellers as it pertains to this change. So again, a couple of the other reselling channels also spoke about this issue. Like I said, there was a big kerfuffle last Friday. A lot of resellers were concerned that, eBay and some of the other e-commerce websites will not offer a discount. Again, companies like Pirate Ship offer commercial rates plus, and that would not be affected apparently. So keep posted, so to speak. And as I like to say, the USPS news keeps on coming. A little sip here, guys. When I'm doing these shows by myself, I got a little dry mouth. USPS Frankenstein's first-class package and ground. Excuse me. The UPS will eliminate retail ground and parcel select ground services, which will offer very low rates for large or heavy packages, up to 70 pounds. And it will reinvent first-class package service, which is currently limited to lightweight packages up to 15.999 ounces. Consolidate the three services into one. The two disappearing ground services are alternatives to costlier priority mail. According to Wednesday's announcement, the USPS Retail Ground and Parcel Select Ground will be incorporated into one enhanced FCPS product. UPS is looking to roll out the changes on January 8th of 2023. The Postal Service submitted filings to the Postal Regulatory Commission on July 13th, but boldly eliminated such key information as pricing, knowing the PRC is largely an advisory role in rate setting. The pricing for newly expanded first-class package service product will be dealt with in a subsequent governor's decision, commission filing. The Postal Service fully expects that first-class package service will continue to meet the standards. The USPS wrote in the following changes, classifications for competitor products available on the PRC website. The USPS Board of Governors says it intends to maintain the retail and commercial price categories within first-class package service. Notice it used the word categories, not prices. UPS has shown no compunction about raising rates. In fact, USPS raised rates an average of 7.6% in January, while slowing FCPS service in May. Strangely, just months ago, the USPS filed an intention to speed retail ground and parcel select ground service standards. Just months later, on June 22nd, the USB Board of Governors formally decided to limit those offerings to merge them into FCPS. Excuse me, guys. USPS is rapidly changing offerings available to mailers and shippers. To move right out of corporate America's playbook, the governors cited simplification as a benefit to shippers, when in fact, the online postal service will automate the process of finding the cheapest method of shipping an item. USPS governors wrote that classification charges established herein and designed to simplify and streamline the postal services offering under one product. And the USPS press release announcing the news on Wednesday was titled USPS Simplifies Package Service Shipping Options. So basically, they're doing away with retail ground and parcel select ground, and they're incorporating it somehow into first-class package service. So, stay informed, so to speak. Again, USPS is basically, I'm assuming they're raising rates is what the way they're doing away with this service. So, unfortunately, they're just driving more business over to UPS and to FedEx. And again, I tell you guys, I talk to Randy offline often, and he said he's doing a lot of shipping through UPS and FedEx. So again, if that's something, guys, if you're doing a lot of shipping, consider using other shipping services besides USPS. Excuse me, guys. I got little allergies going on here too. Okay, this next article is about eBay, and basically people are chastising eBay, so to speak. eBay open announcement on Facebook brings harsh reality check. It's hard to imagine eBay executives thinking everything is fine and dandy for customers selling on the platform, given a decline in sales and buyer growth. But if some executives are in denial, they need only to go to eBay for Business Facebook page for a reality check. eBay is losing control of the message on Facebook, as evidenced by a recent post announcing the upcoming eBay Open Seller Conference to be held virtually in September. I did mention this before, that eBay Open is going to be virtual this year in September. People commented on the post, openly expressed their dissatisfaction with what they say eBay has become and the drop in sales they've experienced. Macari is way better than right now. One seller posted, after eBay did updates and changed all the view counts, it pretty much sucks over there. eBay paid to promote the post so it would appear in Facebook users' feeds, which made the volume of negative posts more notable, and the fact the sellers posted using their names. eBay's announcement featured a graphic for eBay Open Conference using confetti to convey excitement. We are beyond thrilled to announce the return of the biggest seller event of the year. We had an official announcement on eBay Open 2022, including details about this year's exciting virtual and in-person hybrid format. Registration opened July 20th. The comments on the post were riddled with users complaining about slow sales, pining for eBay Live conventions of old, or making announcements of their own. They were closing down their eBay sales and moving on. Among the negative comments on the Facebook page were the following. Jimmy Thornhill: selling for 20 plus years, I have absolutely no confidence in eBay. It's like you developed the culture of let's do whatever will run sellers away. How many hoops can we make a seller jump through to get an actual sale? Frankly, I'm tired of the hoops. Other platforms are coming along very well, and it will soon be like many who once enjoyed selling eBay but will leave. Gene Wynn Musteller: I love going to eBay conventions, They slowly went downhill just like eBay. Dean Height, eBay is a sinking ship. Been here since 1996. Most changes you make hurt sellers. The time invested jumping through hoops to sell is getting pointless. Marketplace will be the new eBay, time will tell. Paul Smith, we need to start organizing a vote of no confidence on all upper management at eBay. And the jabs keep on coming. Barb Callahan, the reduction of categories and addition of item specifics really hurt business. In my opinion, the categories are so broad that you needed item specifics to filter. But so many of the specialties are nonsensical. If you sell vintage jewelry, there are several specifics about diamonds, most of which are irrelevant. If you have custom jewelry, vintage lighting, ask about energy ratings, which don't exist for vintage lighting you're selling. It takes forever to fill in the item specifics. Ralph Deering said, so it's not really about who creates the best description, title, or pictures and ads anymore. So many hoops I've jumped through over the years. Instead, you tell everyone to use promoted listings, and wherever gives you a higher percentage of the sale can be seen first in the search results. Why don't you just call yourself Amazon and get yourself some warehouses and sell your own stuff? Guess it's time to check out the competitors. Interesting, eBay made the same announcement on his own discussion board, but the post was closed to comments. The eBay Open announcement on Facebook may have been a little more open than the company had anticipated, but maybe eBay executives need a harsh reality check. Excuse me, guys. Like I said, these allergies are driving me crazy here. Like I said, I enjoyed going to eBay Open in the past. It was a nice event. Like I said, I went there twice. I enjoyed it. Learned a lot. Networked with other resellers. But like I said, it was going downhill. The cost went up, and they kind of cut back on the thrill, so to speak. I know the first year they had a big closing party. The second year they kind of had like a limited party, and they really cut back on the time that the convention was held. So it was worthwhile, but again, with the pandemic and everything is kind of virtual now. So I guess people are kind of venting on eBay and letting them know their displeasure. So anyway, Johnny, appreciate you being here. Thanks for stopping by. And Joe, Billy Picker, Harry Humpstone is in the house. Thanks for coming in, guys. Appreciate it. So again, guys, just a reminder, I posted the link in the chat. Let me post it in here again, guys. I only have a couple more articles to talk about. That's my joke I put in. That's not what I want to put in there. I might as well. I guess I might as well tell that joke. I'll put it in the chat. Randy and I Jenny was telling me a joke earlier. So the joke is, what do you call a cheese that is not yours? Nacho cheese. So, all right, guys. Let me put the invite share, StreamYard share in the chat, and like I said, I have a couple more articles to talk about. So if you guys want to pop in the chat, you can do so. I guess I just have a couple more things I'm going to talk about. There's a StreamYard link. If any of you want to pop in a little bit, you can pop in the green room, and I'll put you in very shortly. Okay, this is an Amazon article. I'm sure people that sell on Amazon are probably familiar with this, but I just figured I would bring it to your attention in case you had not seen it. Amazon flags high-risk orders, good news, bad news for sellers. Amazon began flagging high-risk orders last month. On face of it, the new feature can be helpful to sellers, but it does come at a price. As of June 23rd, Amazon began using machine learning technology to identify orders at high risk of being reported as not received or lost. It does so by analyzing hundreds of signals such as delivery problems, item value, and delivery addresses. Amazon flags the orders deemed high risk with a recommendation to sellers to send them using a signature confirmation required. If you proceed with the recommendation, the cost of the signature confirmation service will be added to your shipping fee, Amazon explained. Excuse me. It was quick to point out that it would not pay for the signature confirmation service charged by shipping carriers. The service charge varies by carrier, but on average costs between $3 and $6 for each order. The question sellers may be asking themselves is whether an item flagged high risk would be covered for claims. If they choose not to pay for the extra signature service. Sure enough, a seller responded to the announcement by asking, does that mean Amazon will not honor their INR coverage if the seller doesn't follow their recommendations of signature confirmation? Excuse me, INR equals item not received claim in e-commerce lingo. Conversely, sellers wondered if Amazon would cover INR claims even if they did purchase the extra signature confirmation service. The problem with signature confirmation is that drivers accept any signature, and if signature collected is not the buyer's, Amazon refunds or the item is not delivered claims, and the seller has no recourse. So signature confirmation isn't a fail-safe, a seller wrote. First question out of the gate by the seller was, we already have coverage delivery issues when we use Amazon by shipping. Excuse me. Why should we spend more money on signature confirmation when you're already covered delivery issues? One asked why Amazon didn't automatically require signature confirmation on the high-risk orders and require the buyer to pay for it. One seller questioned why Amazon would want sellers to attempt to deliver high-risk orders at all. You already know a delivery address is delivery problems. Why would you have to deal with that customer at all? Fix for bad buyers, the seller is paying more for shipping. Instead of the foolishness, if the machine learning identifies a high-risk order, how about we have the option to cancel said order without it affecting our metrics? One seller pointed out that some buyers don't want signature confirmation and cited an example of such a case where the buyer refused delivery and left low feedback with horrible comments about my company that Amazon refused and removed. Another seller confirmed that their experience writing, in the past we have received negative feedback because the buyer was inconvenienced by the signature requirement. Amazon wouldn't remove it, of course. You can find the June 23rd announcement in the seller comments on Amazon Seller Central. Excuse me, guys. This is crazy with these allergies. So anyway, I'm sure most of you that sell on Amazon are aware of that. I just want to make you aware of that. But so basically, it's another way for Amazon to charge additional fees. It does make sense, reading what some of the resellers are saying. It's like if it's a high risk delivery, why are they even shipping to that address, or to that buyer, so to speak? And why should the seller have to pay for that? Why wouldn't Amazon pick up that cost? So apparently that's been an issue. So anyway, hello Angie and hello Danny May. Appreciate you ladies popping in the chat. I have a couple more things I want to talk about. Again, I posted the link in the chat. If anyone wants to join me and just have a general reselling discussion, I'll post it again. And I'm seeing my Nightbot make an announcement, guys. I just want to remind you, if you can, make sure you smash that like button while you're here. And if some of you have to pop out, I know Angie, you got a show to do, so you'll be popping out shortly. Just remember to hit that like button before you leave. Okay, like I said, I just have a couple more articles, guys. So if any of you want to pop in the chat, I would appreciate it after I talk about these couple of things. This is Etsy. I know some of you are selling on Etsy. Sellers leery of Etsy's bank account verification test. Some sellers are concerned about sharing the password of their bank account with a company called Plaid. Etsy posted the following notice of the test on a help page on its website. U.S. sellers might see an option to connect with Plaid to add their bank accounts. We're testing an easy, secure way of verifying your bank details to help ensure you receive your deposits without trouble. If you're asked to connect with Plaid, follow the prompts. If you're in the U.S. and aren't asked to connect with Plaid, you don't need to take further action to verify your bank details. So learn about Plaid security measures. The fact Etsy says is testing the company isn't necessarily reassuring. One sellers alerted the e-commerce newsletter to Etsy's new verification process, said they were concerned about Plaid's reputation and wrote, I don't use apps at all, and my bank won't cover fraud if I share my password. Another seller who asked to look into Etsy's use of Plaid also noted that it requires users to enter their bank information and password. So again, guys, I just want to bring this to your attention for those of you that sell on Etsy. I know not a lot of you do, but apparently it's becoming a more popular site. This is another basically issue that Randy made aware of, or news, I guess. And excuse me, Casey, the Rockstar Flipper, also did a video on this. I believe that Randy probably alerted Casey to this. So for those of you that didn't see Casey's video or are not aware of this, I want to bring this to your attention. I talk about putting another tool in your toolbox, so to speak. So this might be an opportunity for some of you guys. Goodwill starts their own e-commerce site for themselves and resellers. Again, I'd like to thank Randy for telling me about this a little while ago. And as I said, Casey the Rockstar Flipper, you just made a video about this also. Goodwill's new e-commerce site is called Worn Not Wasted. Personally, I'm not crazy about that name. Goodwill said they identified a gap in the market where high commissions are the norm and resellers are not respected as professionals. How about that? Goodwill's respecting resellers? Okay. As a result, the internet's most reseller-centric and thrifter-obsessed resale marketplace was born. The founders of Worn Not Wasted are obsessed with supporting resellers and creating a world-class shopping experience for customers who value sustainability, fashion, and supporting small businesses while loving the thrill of the thrift. I think Goodwill's been watching my channel. Here we go. You got this. Find a job you love and you will never work another day in your life. Confucius. Excuse me. If you love the thrill of the hunt, finding their treasure, or just the flexibility to work on your items, then Worn Not Wasted is for you. It says, join the growing industry of thrift resellers. The industry is exploding and you don't want to miss out on it. Number one, find your inventory. You can either buy your inventory from Worn Not Wasted wholesale category or at your local thrift store or at neighborhood garage sales. 2, take great pictures. Make sure you present your goods with great lighting, multiple angles, and a solid color background. 3, give your buyers a great description of the product. This is where you can show off your amazing wordsmithing skills. 4, reveal your listing and upload. Now sit back and let the money roll in. Okay, if it was only so easy, all right? Sit back and let the money roll in. All right. Goodwill is listing their own items also on the site and also has recruiting resellers to list on their site also. They have 3 different types of accounts for resellers. They have Side Hustle, which charges a 10% commission plus PayPal fees. They have Startup, which is a $50 per month plus PayPal fees. And they have Empire, which is $75 a month plus PayPal fees. And with the Empire, it includes the ability to have featured items, markdowns, and a blog post. Okay, I don't know about a blog post, but apparently that's what you get for your extra $25. I have registered on the site, but I haven't really gotten into it or listed anything yet. So, again, that's an opportunity for some of you. Again, as I say, put another tool in your toolbox, so to speak. Let's see what Mr. Randy has to say here. Worn Not Wasted is run by one of the better Goodwill operators. Okay. Yeah, I know. Casey said something about one of the Florida divisions. Like I said, I'm not exactly sure who runs it. But Goodwill I guess they got concerned about all the resellers coming into the stores and buying things and making money, so they figured they'll start their own e-commerce site and make some additional money, so to speak. So anyway, guys, just curious if you have any comments. I did ask you guys earlier if anybody were using liquidation.com. Again, with what's going on with the economy and the price of gasoline, it might be something you want to look into. Maybe buying some things wholesale. I did. I believe I mentioned it earlier. I don't recall if I did. I know it was a little dry mouth here. I got a little kerfuffle, as one of the words in one of the articles said. Excuse me, kerfuffle. But I did buy some. I bought some sandals. I'm always looking. I subscribe to these various e-commerce newsletters and e-commerce websites, and I got a lead on buy supposedly a deal. I bought a bunch of sandals, brand new. Basically, they were clearance. Sandals in summertime clearance. They were $5 a pair. So the only issue was it was kind of an odd size. It's a larger men's size, size 12. So it might be a little bit of issue, but I invested $25. I think I can. If I sell like a pair and a half, I'll get my money back after fees and shipping. Excuse me. John, thanks for joining us. Appreciate being here. Randy says that the I guess the division. So Randy, that's the division of Goodwill that's making $50 million a year. Wow. Okay, that's interesting. I know they have Goodwill.com, and I saw there was some mystery boxes on that site. We all got to be careful with mystery boxes, and I did see some individual items listed, and you can kind of tell they were listed by resellers. And apparently also Goodwill is listing some items as well on their site. So again, guys, like I said, that is pretty much what I have for you guys. I said it would be about 40 minutes, and it is just about 40 minutes. So I'll put the link in the chat again if anybody wants to join me. See what's going on here. Let's see here. See what Ping has to say. Raleigh Roots has a video out where he interviewed the vice president of Gulfstream Goodwill stores. They're the ones that started this and were not wasted. Okay. Excuse me. Wow, these allergies are driving me crazy. Okay, so I guess that's the one that Randy is talking about, is the $50 million operation. So, like I said, Casey also had a video about that. Randy made me aware of that a few weeks ago, and I figured I was going to wait till in a news type show, because I figured it wasn't anything really pressing, so to speak. But I figured I would make you guys aware of it. So again, maybe something else. Again, talking about putting another tool in your toolbox, so to speak. So if you want to list on that site, the only thing is you would obviously have to do it manually, because I'm sure the cross-posting software is not available yet for that. We don't know if they will actually add that to their cross-listing software. So 10% commission, similar to eBay. And then they have the one, like I said, they have the two different other plans where it's a flat fee and no commission other than the PayPal fees. So it's something you guys might want to consider. Basically, they're saying don't put all your eggs in one basket. Maybe consider listing on another website. So that would, if you guys are selling on eBay and maybe Mercari, maybe consider selling on War Not Wasted. Not crazy about the name, but like Ping G said and Randy said, is a very large operator under the Goodwill umbrella that's running it. So I guess time will tell. Again, guys, I don't know if there's anyone who wants to pop in the chat. Like I said, that's basically what I have for you guys. Like I said, was curious if any of you are doing kind of any online arbitrage, so to speak, and you put it in the chat, or maybe for those of you that are watching a replay, you want to comment in the comment section when the video posts. Like I said, I told you guys I purchased some sandals. I'm going to look into doing some more online arbitrage, possibly looking into doing some online auctions, possibly doing like a local pickup. So, we're going to look into that. I am subscribed to some of the auction, newsletters, so I can be aware of what's available in my area. So that's something where you can buy in bulk. John was in the chat. I mean, I know he says he does that. He buys from auctions, can buy in bulk. So that's something you guys might want to consider. So it looks like nobody wants to pop in the chat. I know it was kind of like a last minute. Again, I do have someone scheduled for next week. I'm 95% certain it's going to be a go. I'm reaching out to several other people. So I try every week, guys. Like I told you, I have over 150 shows on my channel now. And Mike, you had mentioned earlier about using Shopify to add it to your site. No, I'm not monetized yet, so that's one of the reasons I cannot use Shopify. So I always ask you guys, if you're getting value out of my channel, consider helping me out. I have buy me a cup of coffee. You buy me, quote unquote, a cup of coffee and help me out, and help me also on my costs. Again, I purchased a video editing program. So hopefully I'm going to try to do some, recorded videos as well, upgrade the channel. So that's something to consider. Again, I told you guys also that Randy has his website. I have that listed in the description section of the video, facing.com. Randy has coffee, teas, and old-fashioned candies for sale. And if you guys buy anything from Randy and put AE next to your name when you register, Randy's kind enough to pay me a commission. So anyway, guys, just a reminder that Angie and Bobby will have their show tonight. I'm not sure if it's on Angie Resells channel or on the Cap Guy and JT, but I'm sure you guys will get some value if you hang over there. So we're going to call it a night. And again, I do have a reseller scheduled for next Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern. So we'll see you there, guys. Thanks for coming in tonight. Take care now.